Hello, welcome to Blaine's Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet where we get together and we talk about anime and games and things that just help us escape and forget, how sometimes awful the world can be. And today, we probably need that a little more than most evening shows. It is not a great one out there. So let's talk about anime. Let's talk about video games. Let's try to remember the fun, good creations that are out there and available to us in the universe. Today I am drinking. What am I cracking open here? I am cracking open Suijin Junmai Super Dry. It's a +10 on the SMV scale. And they want it either cold or hot. They want it one side or the other. So we'll see. Like I said, I always go with a room temperature when I first try a sake, because it sort of gives me a good idea for if I want it either hot or cold the next time I choose to enjoy it. Let's get this set up. This will be, boom, last updated. There we go. Awesome. Good evening, all. Or good morning. I don't know where you are. It's my evening, so good eve. Cap that so I don't throw sake all over my keyboard at some point. Ooh, it's got a good tint to it, actually. Kanpai, everyone. To a wonderful evening. I feel torn. I immediately, like, the first taste as soon as it hits my tongue was not great. It tasted like actual dirt, and not just like, oh, I like the taste of the fields to come through in the sake, but it actually had a dirty taste to it at first. That wasn't great. But then the aftertaste and what I'm feeling right now, pretty fantastic, pretty great overall. I'm gonna say this is the sake that you get third or fourth into the night. that's your third or fourth refill. Got a very pungent, strong flavor that's gonna kick through anything else that you're eating or having that night. That'll do. We'll say that'll do. All right. Before we get to the reviews, should we have a lesson on how not to get sat down in a foreign country? Should we do that first before I talk about the shows that I've watched since yesterday? I think there's an important life lesson for everyone out there. The first lesson, I'm gonna jump into it anyway. The first lesson is lose weight. Don't let yourself go. And if you've already let yourself go, it's never too late to start training and to start getting yourself into shape. Do a push-up, do a curl, do something, do anything. Because as soon as you get a bifurcation on your belt, from your belly button down, and your belly turns into a butt, and you get that gunt going on, the life is going to be hell for you moving forward. So lesson one, diet. Do curl gallons of milk. I don't care what you have to do. As you're coming back with your Big Macs, maybe do some curls of the McDonald's on your way back to the car. Or as you're digging through the trash, make sure to lift stuff a few times so you can burn a few extra calories, because otherwise you're going to end up on the streets of Portugal. And nobody wants to end up on the streets of Portugal. Plus, when your shirt's too tiny and you get decked and you just hit the ground, and then you come back up a couple minutes later thinking you can feel, I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell. and you come at somebody, you don't look like they punched your torso backwards. We don't want that. We don't want people who look like when you take an action figure and you rotate the torso backwards, and you can see the butt from the front. We don't want you looking at like that as you come back up and you're like, you running away? I ain't no bell. You running away? Police. Oh, I mean, the ultimate lesson is just if Ralph does, you don't. That's the ultimate lesson, I think, for everyone. Is if Ralph does, you don't. So let's all take that to heart, and let's really remember, no guns, no Portugal, no purses. Those are the 3 no's for today, and that'll help you to never end up on your ass on Portuguese streets. And I think that will make life better for most people. Gosh, I can't. The internet is so weird. The internet is so weird. I mean, arrest them. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that exists. And seriously, it looks like that first hit just rotated his torso, and that's his butt. Like, because you go from like the big guy's butt crack is showing because he's a big guy, and you're like, oh, I don't need to see that. He's not fixing my pipes. I don't need a plumber right now. And then it pans over, and you get the same image on Ralph, but it's the front is just ridiculous. So whatever Ralph does, you don't. That is the lesson of the day. So what we're gonna do is talk about anime and anime that makes us happy and things we like and enjoy. Jumping into that, let's talk the anime that bought too many vowels on Wheel of Fortune. Daimon. Again, Daimon. Like I feel like I understand how the Japanese language sounds from like the lessons, from being there, from a bunch of this stuff. I don't know how, like, Daemon is the only thing I can hear as like an appropriate pronunciation for this stupid show, because they don't say it in the show. The place they're at isn't called Daemon, and when you Google Daemon, the only hit is the freaking anime. Like, I don't know how to say this word, and I don't know what it means right now, but it is a recipe for happiness. In this episode, we have people coming together for our main boy, and it's just taking that found family aesthetic, that lesson on your family's more than the people that you're blood related to. It also includes your friends and everybody around you, and really ties that together and gives us that big heartwarming everybody wants to help out, and he's willing to accept the help, and it's awesome. It's great. It is I mean, my only downside for this episode is the only thing we learned about was the Kuri Manju, the chestnut manju, and the fact that they make pumpkin ones for Halloween, which, surprise, Japan loves Halloween. I don't know if you know this, but the Shibuya explodes, Shinjuku explodes, everywhere explodes on Halloween. People flip cop cars, and it's a big crazy thing, and that's just in Tokyo. The whole country loves Halloween. So I was like, all right, cool. They make Halloween pumpkin shapes. That wasn't the best, but you learn a little bit about chestnut manju. So okay, I'll give them. We got our lesson on wagashi for this one. Arrest them, Shaster candy maker. Making wagashi that they think they're so hot they can't do it. Oh my goodness. A little bit of backstory in this episode too. People on the streets. So pretty good episode. RPG Fudo-san again, we're getting hints on RPG real estate. We're getting those little like, there's another story coming. There's a deeper story here. There's more to come. Maybe you should pay attention to what's going on here. And then it doesn't really go anywhere. Like we get a fortune teller. We're like, ooh, what's this fortune teller going to tell me? Old hag, what do you? She's not an old hag, but it's just, oh, that's a thumb humor there. Little Steve Odekirk. But we have some fun, like what kind of house does this person want? Or, you know, who is this person? If you've ever done any kind of sales where you run into that one person where you're like, this person seems very specific, but I have no idea what it is they want. Sort of reminiscent of that. We've got 2 gratuitous panty shots in this episode. So, like I said, with the Greatest Demon Lord Reborn, 2000s are back, baby. We got Shin Ikutosen, RPG Real Estate, and Greatest Demon Lord all popping off, saying, hey, remember these? That was fun. And yes, it is fun. So we will have fun with that. Moving into the second half of the episode, it just kind of tapered off. It was a very like, well, maybe we'll get some more info, but you're just like, you're not getting more info. So it's like, I can't really tell who they made RPG Real Estate for, and I'm still watching it for some reason, which is probably the more telling of anything, really. But I don't get it. Like, it's just like, at first you're like, okay, cute girls doing cute things, but they're like adults and they're in their own like careers, right? They're RPG characters. So one's a warrior, one's a witch, one's a drag. You know, you've got all these character types, but that doesn't really play out much, because the reason that they're all real estate agents is because they're bad at their main character role. So then you start getting into like these deeper, darker, like this underground prison and then this dragon, and you're like, who is this made for? Who is like the RPG? You know what? Let's see if we can figure out who RPG Real Estate is made for, based on who is using the hashtag. Last time we did this, I ended up with a pretty funny tweets overall. This person's gonna skip over most of the stuff with this person, to be honest. Okay. He ruined everything. Who is this? There is one person that has made all of these tweets so far. Like, who are you? Oh man. Okay, next time. Okay, that one's all in Japanese. Yeah, whoever this person is, this Dark Shadow Princess, is tweeting multiple things about RPG Real Estate. Maybe this is the person. Oh, they just tweeted. Oh wait, no, they didn't. They just updated the. Okay, let's see. Who is this? Dark Shadow Princess. They are a fan of anime and manga, especially ones with moe for coma origins. Also plays RPGs such as Tales, Atelier, Saga, etc. Okay. Who do they only follow less than a couple hundred people. Yeah, none of these people stand out as like something crazy. I can't get a read on this person. Their entire Twitter timeline is RPG Real Estate 4 blocks. Like, here, I'll show everybody. Her entire timeline is 4 blocks with a single line of, last thing Kotone wants is any plot reveal regarding Fa, especially if it's what she doesn't want to hear. Like, it's just constant with the RPG Real Estate. Like, they're clearly the person, but like, I feel like this account is a bot. Like, it's just boom, 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 boom. One line, RPG Real Estate 08, RPG Real Estate 08. There are so many tweets here just on episode 8. Now we're into episode 7. Sometimes the boss is in reality a guardian, RPG Real Estate 07. People who play RPGs but are also super boring. Yeah, I think I think that's what we're finding out. I think that's what I just solved. So it's, why does that kind of shit intrigue me so much? Like, I see a show, it's not really that great of a show, but I'm wondering if there's something there, cause A, somebody wrote it, whether they were the mangaka, the light novel, just a scriptwriter, whatever. Somebody had the idea to make this. B, somebody edited, most likely, this, saying, oh, you should change this, you should modify that, you should run with this, or, you know, whatever. Somebody ran with it. Somebody published said work. Then, assuming this isn't a script for a straight to anime, then someone says, you know what? I think this is going to be a hit with audience. And they had to pitch it to say, we should buy this. Our studio should buy this so that we can make this anime. And they had to convince someone who spends millions on making anime so they can pay all of these people in order to, like, they had to go to this guy or gal who literally signs checks for thousands of dollars per deal to say we should do this one. And they convinced that person that this would be a hit. And it just is so weird to me. And yet I'm still watching it. There better be some crazy evil dragon twist that we get with some sort of like, I don't want to kill my friends. You must kill your friends to save your friends. You know, some sort of deep mythological end to this series, because it is hinting at something like that, but I still have not received it yet. Anyway. Also, I watched Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a typical nobody. Same old. It's reincarnated. He's been reincarnated. He's good. He's good at what he do, but he do it he be good though till he go blonde. Then once he's hair white, then he good again. Oh man. Anyway, we see the play. We have a flashback to some history between our original set of characters. We get introduced to the current big bad, brainwashing, crazy swords. It's a little bit of a nothing burger of an episode, other than to introduce our main good boy to potentially the main bad boy. Saotomi Senchu. I've been here before, haven't I? Saotome Senchu. Yes, I have been here before. Oh, it's a seinen. Read online. What do they do? They work it out? What is the plot here? They're just jacked because they want to be jacked. Sports comedy. Oh my goodness. I had someone who said they don't like sports. They don't like sports anime except for martial arts. I was like, what? I'm sorry. Can I introduce you to Kaijo? And then what else did I say? I said you should watch Kaijo or Birdie Wing, of course. I said there was something else. I recommended some other. There were 3 Harukana Receive. I was like, if you don't like sports, you want to try to tell me you don't like sports anime, you better watch Kaijo. I forget. I haven't seen it in so long. I'm gonna say Kaijo because it speaks easier when I say it. doesn't even have plot. It just has like the publication. It doesn't say what sport it's about. How is this a Wikipedia page? Oh my goodness. How silly is this? Maybe I can do a search on Annie List because they've got manga. Keijo is boring? I thought you liked strong women doing sporty things. Oh, she wants to rejects her initially because she doesn't want her to impede on her boxing career. It's boxing. Okay. Keijo is boring. How can you ever say frickin' vacuum butt cannon? Those 3 words right there should tell you how not boring Keijo is. Keijo. Keijo with 7 exclamation marks. I'll have you remember. Greatest sports anime of all time. Period. End of story. I will not have the chat besmirch the good name of butt and boob aquatic balance battling. You can't get past episode 1? Me neither. Am I right? Am I right? Oh my goodness. No, you gotta maybe watch it. Did you try watching it in the dub? They do that classic I'm out of town girl voice, and it plays pretty well with the overall story. At least I think it does. Boodoo. Did I give an update on Tomodachi Game yet? Oh no, I don't think I did actually. Tomodachi Game has gotten weird. We now know that some history of the Tomodachi Game. I don't know. It's still meh. It's still meh. It's still just a weird, like, and now that the other friends are all gone, like, it's meaningless. Like, it doesn't really sound like it means anything. Should try watching it with one hand. Oh, goodness. Drop it again. I'm tempted to. I am very tempted to just drop it again. Because we got a promise of it, quote or whatever. It's as great as you are saying it is, which I thought I was saying it was awful. So maybe it really is that bad. But yeah, it really feels like it doesn't know where it's going, and they're just trying to like make this main character evil without really making him evil. Like, we've added this extra twist, and it's just like I don't see it. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't play well. I really don't think it plays well, and I don't think it is continuing on. Oh, I don't know that I updated everyone on it's as great as you think it is. Yes, that is 100% the truth of the matter there. Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story. Did I update us yesterday on Birdie Wing? Did I do that? Did I already talk about how good the new episode was? Oh my goodness. New episode. Takes a line, takes a sequence, takes a theory right out of the first and second episodes of Evangelion. We're introduced to our opponent. Our opponent looks wounded, but then our opponent does something crazy. And then we cut to the future. So we cut to knowing everything in the ending. Oh, it drops after the show. That's right. Okay. I wasn't sure if I had somehow snuck it aboard. So freaking good. We cut And then we're like, oh my gosh, I know, because this is a sports anime, because this person is X, Y, and Z, they have to be the victor. But we cut and we still don't quite see it. We see them doing some things. We see life is moving on, but we don't get to see what happened. And then at the end, it finally cuts back to show us what happened. And it's like, oh, thank you for not making me wait a week for that episode 2 to come out of this sequence. We've got straight up mafia hitmen are stepping in. We're going international, so we're leaving the wonderful land of Nafritz and all of its mermaid drive Valkyries, Valkyrie mermaids, and moving straight into actual Japan. So excited to see sort of if we get into any kind of Yakuza shady dealings once we leave the presence of the mafia. Or if they will find their way overseas, or maybe we get introduced to the Yakuza instead. Maybe it's cutthroat corporate. All I can say is I'm excited for wherever that ends up going. So quite excited for that. And I think that covers everything now. I think that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Ooh, not looking good for Miss Shachiku now that I look at it. I have not watched an episode of that for a while. Oh, that's not. It's such a just cleanse yourself show that, you know, you can easily forget about it. But maybe I'll catch up and see how that ends up. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We will see. We will find out. Anyway, let's jump into the waifus, because that's what day it is. We've got a waifu Wednesday, so we have to, of course, talk about the waifu ratings, and we'll hit some husbando ratings as well. Did everybody see the new Thor scene? Did everybody see this one? Who's excited for Thor Love and Thunder? Woo! I thought that was funny. I liked making that. That made me giggle. Didn't see that? Well, you saw it now. Alrighty, taking a look at our top 10 female characters of week 6. These released today. Voting period last 7 days. Anya popping up 2. People love the little girl who wants to work her hardest, who punched a guy in the face and is trying to improve for her family. You know, I could see. Not even gonna watch Thor. You'd watch that Thor, though. Maybe. You'd find a copy. Someone would share it with you. Which, of course, Punk drops our Shikimori down. Still too high, agreed. However, it's a good trend to see. Good trend to see. You're, of course, having to come down to make room for Anya, because she really took a back seat this last episode. Eiko popping up 6. I am actually okay with this. Eiko's character is driven. She is trying to overcome this idea that she is that she is garbage or small or lesser or any number of acronym, well, not acronyms, any number of adjectives that make you feel like not as good of a person. And with the help, of course, of Kong Ming and the owner and her support system around her, she's learning to say, I am this good, because she's moving into an industry where she's going to have to say, I am good. I can do this. I will do this. So I like that we're seeing her move up in the rankings. Komi, not been keeping up with her inability to communicate, but I guess people do like her. And boom, ba-doom, boom, Decimi moving on up. We were 8th, now we're 6th. Pop, 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 pop. Loving it. Fantastic. Can't get enough. I hope we get, kind of like I was saying last time, I hope we get more characters involved with the Gelato 5 that will allow Decimi to show more sides of her character. We've seen her loving family and loving her coworkers. We see that she loves Fudo and she's jealous of him. And I want to move into something else. So we've gotten that hit pretty hard, like you took a big mallet and whacked me pretty hard. So I'm a little dazed. So you can give me another episode, but in the next 3 weeks, I'm gonna need to see some more areas that you're putting her in, that we can kind of see how she reacts, how it goes. Finally, the bots must have run into a Y2K because Kaguya has tanked. Hayasaka has tanked. We've got summertime rendering popping in new and moving up and just brop, brop, brop. Sadly, Chika fell all the way off. I would have expected Kaguya to be the first to fall all the way down, considering Chika has so many better memes. However, the world, I guess, doesn't understand meme currency just yet. But we are looking at a change in week 6. Looking at a change. Good boys. Fudo dropped. These guys are all the same. How? Who thinks Yuichi, is it because he got kissed by another dude? Does that suddenly make, he's got to be top 3 guys this season because he got kissed by a dude. That's the only thing that makes sense. He hates people around him and only thinks about money. He's got to be the top of any list of husbandos. He is definitely top 10 male character. So deep, so sympathetic, really doing great. No satire right now. Izumi is a better male character than Yuichi. You know what I think about Izumi. Neither of them should be on this list. What is going on here? Damien Desmond, the smug kid who gets punched and then falls in love. The literal rich people joke about how rich billionaires are all freaks in the bedroom is the number 9. He's gonna be taking that role as he ages up. And Fudo's fallen down. Where is Culverin Bear? Culverin Bear, he supports his team. He's a mascot. He's always there for him. He's ready to fight. You want to do it on the beach. You want to do it at the theme park. He is there to support and help. He is caring for Steel Princess. They're doing joint exercises. How is our Culverin Bear not popping up there and taking Tada no Hito, Damien Desmond, and Yuichi Izumi off the map? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Gojo is better than Yuichi. Gojo. This year, man, why did I yawn? Maybe I need some coffee. This year is going to be one of the strangest. When we get to the top 10s of the year, we get to the Crunchyroll Awards, we get to all the real BS. That's when it's gonna get real weird with this year's polling. Do we have a there's a Reddit one that measures how much interaction each name is getting. Like the karma chart. What? Here we go. Week 7, spring 2022 karma chart. Here we go. Wow, a big image for once. This is nice. Number 1, Spy Cross Family. What is this side thing over here? Oh, this is just overall ratings, I guess. Okay. Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story. Boom, look at that rating, 9.73. People know what's up. Kaguya-sama, of course, people love that. That is insane gap right there. They are almost like, I mean, I guess it is only 50%, but still 50% jump there. Over doubling between ya boy and Kaguya, like that just shows you how big this army is. Blaine's Culliver Corner. Culliver's Corner, and traveling around with a bear man. Love After World Doming, 1377. That's hilarious. Most watched, most commented, most enjoyed. Trapped in a Dating Sim is on top of One Piece because all the One Piece fans, they're too good for Reddit. We have to go to Discord back rooms. Shikimori got some chitter chatter. Aharen-san. See, this is more like it. Tomodachi Game. All of these karma points are people who are like, the hell's going on with this show? Someone tell me what's happening. Why? That's each of these posts, and then their mom upvotes it and makes them feel good about upvoting it. Skeletonite, you poor thing. What are you doing down here? Yeah, all the sub 1000s here. Cheeky just barely over. Too good for Reddit. Yeah. But secretly they all have Reddit accounts and browse animemes and good animemes to see all of the ecchi memes, but not quite hentai memes. That's what they're all doing. Oh my goodness. All right, let's talk about the big news of the day. As you know, one of my favorite shows of all time is the original Speed Racer. I also happen to love the live-action Speed Racer movie. The Wachowskis knew how to make anime into real life, especially 60s anime. It was all colors, all excitement, all high rev. It was amazing. They kept the adrenaline going. They had all the fun, everything. Speed Racer gets new live-action series at Apple by J.J. Abrams. Now, this article is basically everywhere. I picked the ANN one because it was just quick on my timeline when I saw it today. But everybody's putting out articles on this. Everybody. I have problems with a lot of this title. My number one issue right here. I get that at some level, everything is at a streaming service. But when you're locking it to Apple TV, you're really just locking it down. The group of people that have Apple TV and are anime fans is not as big as if you were to get a Netflix, an HBO, or any of those guys into it. Now, it does say by J.J. Abrams, but a lot of what I have seen, and we'll see when we get into it if they talk about this more, it's not J.J. Abrams, it's Bad Robot. So J.J. may be a part of it, but it's Bad Robot is doing the producing on it. So we'll see. If there is lens flare, just make it colorful. if they're all cameras or taking pictures and we got lens flare, give me bright blues and yellows and oranges and just make a boring show about car racing and about how he may not make it, but then he makes it. Like, give me the most paint by the numbers for your actual script and just make it colorful. Make it shiny. Make the engines rev. Make me feel a V12 under the hood. Just that pure rap coming out of there. That rap just popping under the hood. And if you're not going to do that, at least give me the new V6 turbo, where you're hearing the whine of the turbo and everything, and you're getting the blow off. Like, give me that that sound that just makes you go, hmm? Like, and you all know how this works. Like, it doesn't matter if you're into cars or not into cars or anything like that. When you hear an engine that is going down the road and it's making the noise of it starting to strain and starting to push and starting to get it under load, and it's really, the gas pedal's starting to move down a little more, and it doesn't matter if you can see it. Like, if there was a car that would drive down our street here and I've got all the windows closed because I'm trying to, film something that looks halfway decent with controlled lighting, I would still... Did you hear that? Hear that? I heard that. Whoops. Alexa, turn on Streamlights. You sure they'll make it so that Trixie teaches Speed how to drive his car? I would love a redo, honestly, of the Trixie episode. Because this is one of those things that, let me see if I can find it. In the original series, episode 32, Fresh Breeze, Ninja Car, and Gang of Assassins. I'm trying to, because there were a couple instances where Trixie drove the Mach 5, and she there's times where she drives it to save Speed, and then there's times where she drives it while Speed is off doing something else, so that he can still be a part of the race. Like Trixie driving is a thing that happens in the original because nobody was saying women can't drive in the 60s. They were like, yeah, sure, whatever, she can drive it. It's a freaking show. It's a movie. Like, we can do that. Never seen the original or the live action. Not interested in either. Okay, I can see people not being interested in the original because it is that very, very classic Astro Boy style anime, and there's a lot of like that. That's half of the scenes right there. But you should watch the new live action. It is a stunning movie. And especially if you can find it somewhere. Do we know when it's coming out? No, we have not heard when it is coming out. But also this other episode, Girl Daredevil Part 2. Also, Trixie has a helicopter. Like, just let Trixie have her helicopter. We don't need to get too deep into Trixie teaching Speed how to drive or anything like that. Maybe she teaches him how to fly the helicopter. That would be perfectly within canon, because Trixie drives the helicopter at all times, and I've never seen Speed drive the helicopter, so I'd be fine with that. But who knows what this is going to be. And again, people keep tying JJ Abrams to it because he's the name, but I'm pretty sure that like on all the paperwork, it's just Bad Robot is doing the production on this. Entertainment news websites Variety and The Hollywood Reporter reported on Wednesday, today, that the Speed Racer Mach Go 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 anime is getting a live action series at Apple by J.J. Abrams, Star Wars, Star Trek, Yes, that's what we all know J.J. Abrams for now. According to the sources, Hiram Martinez is serving as showrunner and co-writing the series with Ron Fitzgerald. So that's not bad. Snowpiercer was okay. Westworld, had some decent to it. But are they going to try to get too deep? Again, George R.R. Martin will help J.J. Abrams write it after he finishes his books. My initial issue here with these people and what it is showing as what they're famous for is that they're famous for extremely heady things. So Speed Racer is not a crazy deep series where we're trying to find out blah blah blah. It is a funny show about a kid who races, and he does really cool car racing that is essentially his future's version of Formula racing, some Le Mans racing. They have a number of different races that they're copying. And at the same time, he's always finding some sort of evil corporation that's trying to sabotage the race. They're trying to fix the race. They're trying to do something, and he'll stop them from doing what they're trying to do, so that he can lose to Racer X as is wont to be. We need that. We need that really simple story. That's what we need. We don't need to make this the we're trying to get the new more efficient vehicles and people, but these cars make us money, so we're gonna be the pro-oil evil car manufacturer, and so something stupid like that. Just give us a funny, silly race show. That's all we need. Look at the 40 minutes Casino Planet side story right this time. Oh my goodness. You say that, but it would be right in line with the original if they did a Trans-America race and ended up in Vegas and somehow lost the Mach 5. Like somebody bought it or won it in a bet or something while they were there, like the monkey and what's the kid brother's name? I forget. I forget the monkeys and the kid brothers. Anyway, the monkey and the kid brother dress up like a full-size person and go betting, and they use the Mach 5 as collateral and lose it, and then Speed has to find it, and him and his dad beat some people up with some classic pops brawling. That would be a pretty fun episode. So we can poo-poo Casino Planet, but we can put Speed Racer in Las Vegas, have him lose the Mach 5 because his brother's an idiot, and then try to get it back. Chim Chim and Spritle. That's, yeah. The rest of them are easy. It's Mom and Pop Racer. Oh my goodness. Anyway, as long as these people who have done longer, deeper, more, kind of, I'll say, they're not, just because something has a bunch of deep twists and stuff doesn't make it necessarily good, right? And that's what I'm afeared of, is that they would try to make it too much into the cars are bad, okay? This race is killing the planet, something like that. Avoid that. As long as we avoid that, we'll be okay. And then just throw all the money at the budget. Or the special effects budget. The old pow bang action scenes. Yeah, basically. They used to do the now I don't remember any pows and bangs word popping up like an old Batman, but they definitely, it would be Pops would be I was on the wrestling team in high school, and just the music would burn, they get a little trombone trumpet. Deep twists don't make something good. It's news to me and everyone else watching Tomodachi Game. Oh. You figured that one out, did you? Especially if the twists are too deep, then nobody cares. Nobody cares. Abram, sometimes we just need some lighthearted escape, and that's what Speed Racer is. Speed Racer is lighthearted escape for people who are petrol heads, who are like, I like cars. Cars go fast. Show me car go fast with fun color. Like make a show for the bongo monkeys, the whatever cymbal monkeys like me, who are just like, yay, car go fast. Me like, give me that. Just pretend, set a little monkey, like a little bongo monkey on your desk, put my face on it, and just have a little voice box that says, me like car go fast. And every time you think about adding some kind of like deep anti-oil company, anti-rubber company, anti-smog part to your show, you just play that little bongo monkey, and I'll sit there and I'll go, yay, car go fast, me like car go fast, and you'll make a perfectly good show. So just listen to the monkey. Listen to this stupid little monkey. That's me. Death Note on wheels. I should have worn I ended up with my Astro Boy shirt today. I should have worn I have a Speed Racer shirt that would have been more appropriate for this episode. Death Note on wheels. See, you can take the stupid thoughts and reasoning of Death Note and put it in the driver's heads. If I come up behind him on the left, he's going to try to block me off on the next turn. So I'm going to come up behind him on the right. That'll force him to go wide. But as he goes wide, he'll actually be on the wrong side of the turn, and I'll be able to go around the outside on the next turn. We can do that back and forth. That's funny because people, when they're racing, will do that subconsciously, but there's not that much time to really think through a lot of what they're going to do. So they're just done it so many times that it's all second nature for where they put their car to try to make someone go to the wrong position. So you can give me that kind of Death Note, but if you start giving me evil corporation is bad and burning the world because this race exists, that's the Death Note that I don't want. The Netflix Death Note, that's the one I don't want. If we get Dodgeball and Spy Cross Family, that'll probably be the equivalent of the comedy. It's all good. I got your spell check right here, right in my voice box. Abrams is serving as executive producer at his company Bad Robot. The websites state that the live-action series is part of Abrams and Bad Robot's deal with Warner Bros. TV, and it's been in the work for years. The 67 to 68 car racing anime Mach Go 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 was licensed by Translux and released in the United States in 1967 as Speed Racer. Because here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. Oh, and they need to bring back the remix theme that they made for the live action. That is the other thing. This TV show needs that awesome, where it takes the classic song, the classic lyrics, and just gives it a little modern twist to it. That's what they need. The worldwide rights for the Speed Racer property reverted to Tatsunoko Production from American licensing company Speed Racer Enterprises in 2011. Though Tatsunoko filed lawsuits against SRE to uphold the reversion, and they were not dismissed until 2014. Tatsunoko announced in 2015 that it was planning a new license program to reintroduce the property and make the episodes available in high definition for the first time. Tatsunoko also announced it was developing a new Speed Racer, Mach Go Go Go, series with a modern audience in mind. Funimation released the original anime series on Blu-ray disc in 2017. In 2008, the Wachowskis directed an American live-action film adaptation of Speed Racer. One of, 3 Blu-rays that I own. I do not have a ton of physical media, but the Speed Racer 2008 movie is one of the physical discs that I actually have. You like Akagi because it does that inner monologue about what each move they make means, but we almost never see that process go on in the main character's head, like the MC is the villain of the episode. Ooh, That's a good point. Good point. Who you get to hear is very important as an audience. Sure. Lionsgate produced the Speed Racer. Wait, is that the end? That was the end of your article? They're gonna do a thing. Okay, I'm gonna hold on. Before I click a Variety link or a Hollywood Reporter link, let me Oh, they've got some history here. The English remake Speed Racer X. Ugh, that was such a bad show. Only watch the original 2 years of the show. They'll probably have a guy on the sideline explaining to the audience what the drivers are thinking. Yeah, called an announcer. And that would be great. There are announcers in actual racing shows. Whenever you watch Formula One, you'll have, oh, Crofty, you've been in those cars before. Tell us about what he's thinking as he comes around that corner and sees him just kind of planting his car in the middle, getting his elbows out, giving it the beans, everything that he needs to, you know, try to stay ahead. Tell me what it's going to be. Well, you got it right, Martin Brundle. It's really a terrible thing to come around and see because you really, those cars, you know, they used to be quite small when I was racing, but now they're 2 meters wide, and really you plant that in the middle of the lane and there is no going around you, and that's why everybody loves to hate Monaco, because Monaco ends up being just a serious parade of cars. There is no passing here at Monaco because the track is too narrow, and there never will be a great race at Monaco ever again. And you know, we can get that, like, and especially if they actually got Martin Brundle and Crofty to go do the the announcer voices, that would be amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, this does get a little deeper into some stuff. We will skip some of the beginning here. Oh, you can listen to articles now? Crazy. The future, man. You just click play on the Hollywood Reporter here. Live action scripted TV series. We already talked about that a little bit. The blood of blah blah blah. Set to executive produce the project. Sources say Hiram Martinez is going to co-write and serve as the showrunner, as his exciting take on the source material is said to have impressed Apple, Bad Robot, and Warner. Okay, you're exciting. You've excited people. Ron Fitzgerald, who works with Abrams on Westworld, is the other co-writer and showrunner set to produce. Sources say the live-action TV series has been in the work for years. Yeah, we kind of talked about that. Speed Racer, created by Tatsuo Yoshida, was adapted in the 60s as a beloved anime series that ran for more than 50 episodes, 62 if I remember. An English remake, Speed Racer X, which was garbage. Don't watch that. 2008, everybody needs to watch that, starring Emil Hirsch. He really pulled off the part, and so did what's her play, or was it Christina Ricci? She the one who played Trixie? That whole cast, Pops, everybody looked like they got peeled out of the show. Really pulled it off, every one of them. As of December 2013, the worldwide rights reverted. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We talked about that. Abrams has in the works as a part of his $250 million overall deal. A bunch of other stuff he's working on. Who cares? Bad Robot's content pipeline is under scrutiny as the newly merged company reviews budgets and lack of output on Abrams' slate. He not do the good. Apple's also teaming with Bad Robot on Jennifer Garner's vehicle. My glory was I wish I had such friends. What the heck kind of title is that? That's a stupid title. Oh, and the rest of this is just he can't make Star Trek, and he's got a bunch of DC stuff that he has to put out. Okay, that's less exciting than I was hoping it would be. A little less, but I hope my Martin Brundle and Crofty imitation was good for some people. What a fun Wednesday. I don't know, I am having a blast today. Oh my goodness. Ooh, maybe we change. Maybe instead of watching or reading this one, we talk about this. This will probably have more to talk about. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Changing over. Oh, Shield Hero introduced its own Gon Freak style hero. Just kidding, not reading that one. I was gonna read this one because it was like, whoa, Dress Up Darling, best new anime, and here's why it's worth watching, just in case anybody forgot why it was worth watching, and to see that people actually do love ecchi. Like, read this. Many anime watchers may find the ecchi genre a bit weird and too much for their taste. However, that's exactly what my Dress Up Darling got right. Offering just the right amount of ecchi that nicely comes off as adult comedy. It's not forced in the storyline, and it's specifically not shoved in the viewers' faces unnecessarily. Mara doesn't hesitate to show off some skin when it comes to her costumes, but she doesn't do it needlessly. Maham Arsalan. Maham Arsalan. I don't know who you are. An engineer by profession, but writing has always been my calling. Currently trying to tell everyone that I'm a working mom, but from home. You've written 4 articles. You gotta pump up them numbers. You need at least 1,000 times that to catch up to our boy Louis Kemner. But you've only put him out recently. But if this is your take, then we can follow. We can follow this. Writing is my passion. England is my city. Anyway, Maham Arsalan. Assuming you're not a made-up person to be somebody's thing, we will hopefully be keeping in touch with their articles. That being said, these always make me giggle. We were just talking about how to make an anime into a live action. Let's talk. Let's see if we agree with 5 video games that would make great anime adaptations. Woo. Rival of Christy Gibbs. A whole arc is going on between them behind the scenes. And Chiki's saying, oh, sweetie. Oh, sweetie. You've already heard more things you agree with from this writer than Kevner. Oh, my goodness. Engineer, stay-at-home mom, and writer. Like, This is a multi-plate woman here. All right. Since the end of the 20th century, video games have started to become more and more popular among people. Blah blah blah. Guilty Gear. Doesn't Guilty Gear already have an anime? Does it really not? That kind of blows my mind. Actually. Huh. Guilty Gear franchise has incredible potential to be adapted into anime. And hold on. If I can just Google Guilty Gear anime. Promo trailer. Oh, the Reddit. Is there any Guilty Gear anime? You have a very faint memories of a... Okay, I love this. I have these. I have very faint memories of a Guilty Gear anime or movie I've watched on TV as a kid. I've been searching the entire internet for it, but it's like every trace of evidence of it has been removed from the universe, let alone the internet. Note that I remember watching this movie anime like 5 to 10 years before even knowing about the GG game. I'm sure of it. Does anyone have any info on that? It would be very helpful. Thank you. No. Oh. Oh. Never change, anime fans. Never change. There was a 5-minute anime clip. Just clips. You'll be checking that out. Clips. Maybe Blaze Blue. Maybe? Nah. Street Fighter 2. Pachinko footage. Saki Sanobashi. Interesting. No, I get that all the time where I'm like, no, I've seen this thing, and then it takes me like forever to find it. Like if I was somebody who could really find lost media, like if I was a little more of a Kenny Lauderdale, then maybe I wouldn't have so many problems with this. But there are times where I'm like there is a manga. I have read this manga. I rented it from KCLS, the King County Public Library System. In this manga, a girl ends up at a monster high school. And then she ends up with something happens and she gets like separated from the group, but she's with these other characters, a werewolf boy, a Frankenstein's monster, and a vampire. And as they are trying to get back because of whatever separated them from like the school or the group or something like that, like they are separated for some reason on their own. And then as they are getting back, they keep running into trouble. And then it's like, oh, the Frankenstein monster boy, they're like, oh, he's not just a monster, he's a Frankenstein level monster or something. Like they use Frankenstein as like the adjective for how powerful he is. And then like he's not just a werewolf, he's a lycanthrope, you know, like one of those where they're using this other name. And like the most clear image that I have is when the vampire guy is fighting against somebody as they're trying to make their way back, he gets just slashed like straight bottom to the top of the sector. Straight up and down, all the way, top to the bottom, just split in two, and just starts bursting blood. And then they're like, no! But then, like, one of them is like, oh, don't worry about it. He's a Nosferatu level vampire, which means he can control his blood. And so he, like, uses his blood as, like, a monster to attack. And I read this manga, and I can't find this anywhere. And people are like, oh, it's this. And I look at that and I'm like, no, it's not this. And they're like, oh, it's this. And I look at it and it's not that. Like there is such a clear series of panels in my head that I might as well just make it myself, because apparently it doesn't exist. And this is like that whole rumor with the Beatles where what's his face was like, hey, do you guys know this song? And he keeps playing a song and then they're like, no, I don't know that song. And he's like, oh, sorry. Would you guys tell me this song? And he plays a song and they're like, no idea. And he ends up like writing one of the most famous songs that they ever did. Something stupid like that. So maybe that's the my goal. Maybe I just need to get an artist and I can make my own manga, because you know, how hard can it be? How hard can it be? Anyway, if you know that manga, I would love to finally have it in my hands. Now, if I end up having to create it, I will. However, it would be nicer if it was just a thing that I had. You saw that movie? Dang it! E-Class, this isn't a movie! What movie is it? What's it called? If you're toying with me right now, I am fragile heartstrings when it comes to this memory. Don't do this to me! I'm trying to A-hog! Oh, goodness. It was kind of dumb. Well, maybe I'll write it and make it good anyway. Infamous, I don't think would make a good anime. Like, of course you can make an anime about anything, but the... Yeah, I don't know. I guess you can make an anime about anything, I think is going to be the end of the story here. But I don't know that you'd get a lot of people super excited about making an infamous anime. I actually knew one of the developers when this game first came out, and so you gather shards, like these little like lightning rock shards in the game, and I was like, I can't find them all, and he was like, oh well. The radar is actually a sphere, so if you're looking at the map, you actually have to like go up and down the buildings in order for the radar to do. The movie I described with the songwriter? I didn't describe a movie with the songwriter. That's like the legend of some Beatles song. Beatles song that they thought was already made. Hold on. That's a movie, though. What, the Beatles are a movie? Here I got all excited that you had like finally solved my problem of finding this manga that I have been looking for forever. and here we are talking about the Beatles, the world's most overrated band. Get out. Get out. I don't want to hear about that no more. Oh my goodness. It's probably called Imagine. It's probably the name of the movie. Imagine all the people. Probably what the song was too. Like okay, here we go. Sweet. Right, Imagine. The story of Imagine. Yesterday. What inspired Imagine and what's its meaning? Let us inspire several poems, blah blah blah. Okay, well let's do the story of Yesterday Beatles song. Yesterday. Or recorded on his own alone with his acoustic guitar. I brought the song to the studio for the first time, played on guitar, but soon Ringo said I can't really play drums on it, it wouldn't make sense, blah blah blah. Origins of the song, poured over many times, it was written at Wimple. Paul lived in the attic, he woke up with a lovely tune in my head, I thought that's great, what is this? There was an upright piano next to me, blah blah blah, and finally back to G. Paul spent some time not quite believing that he oh you're right, yeah, okay. Spent some time not quite believing that what he had in fact written it. He would play it to everyone he met, asking if they could recognize it, thinking maybe it was some obscure old standard. Of course, nobody did. Eventually, it became like handing something in to the police. I thought that if no one claimed it after a few weeks, I would have it. You know what? I have been asking about this manga for years, so maybe it is mine now. Maybe it is mine. If that's the case, the movie is super stupid. No, the movie's super stupid because there's some interesting things about the Beatles, but their songwriting and craftsmanship is not one of them. Oh no, who's buzzing on my phone? Oh, it's people sending pictures of cats. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Code Vein. Code Vein would probably be a pretty fun anime. God of War. Don't we have God of War at this point? Haven't we assembled like you could read God of War into enough anime. Surprising that there's not already an anime for Mortal Kombat. All right, well let's just move on from there. What else do I got? I think that's it. I think that is the end there. Oh, where we can everybody needs to learn the dance. The your boy Kong Ming dance. Chica chica bom bom. Chica 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 chan chan. This 3D avatar is very strange looking, and I feel like she doesn't do all of the moves correctly, but it's close enough for you to like learn how to do the everything. So if you Google Aiko Chica Chica dance, or if you just Google this TV anime Avex Pictures, you'll find it. Everybody needs to watch it. Very fun. Very
Very exciting. It's a great dance, great OP. I'm quite enjoying it. Oh no, did that play music? Did that? Hold on. Okay, yeah, no, it didn't. I was like, uh-oh, here come the copyright strikes. Fire Emblem works as a show if the director had the balls to kill off characters. Well, in an anime, you could. In a game, you annoy people because they then lose the characters that they've worked so hard to put time into. And one of the XCOM problems that a lot of people have who don't get into that game, for example. Whereas in an anime, you can kill the character and they can remain popular. Look at any number of characters that people loved that ended up getting killed off. You can do it sort of without hesitation, we'll say. Without hesitation. Oh, maybe Honey Anime has something interesting for us. That is interesting. Anime with long English titles using the my mother's twin attack character as clickbait. I love Honey's anime. It is the most clickbaity website I've ever seen. They're just constant. Kong Ming is the best supporting character in Kong Ming. Like if they adapted the game into anime, then they have to change the story to make it more interesting, like killing off characters to make the cast smaller. Oh, I see. 6 anime like Bubble? Let's see. Let's see how accurate this is. Make Fire Emblem 1 anime again. Mafeo Mafeo Tact OP Destiny? Yes. Pretty, but also kind of boring with its basic concept. Vivi, no, Vivi is way more exciting and actually has stakes, and you feel like at any moment the end is around the corner, unlike Bubble. That doesn't work. The OVA had 2 episodes and had 1 million characters, eh? Next, Kaiju no Kodomo, the Children of the Sea. I don't think I watched this one, but I would agree, probably. That one's probably close enough. Kids, water, whales, Nagi no Asu Kara, lull in the sea. We can link more to the other side characters in Bubble. Okay, well, they were more interesting than our main characters, so perhaps that is a close enough. Ponyo! Oh yeah, the anime that claims to be Little Mermaid should also be like the anime that is Little Mermaid. Stupid. Oh, why do I do this sometimes? Vivi's way better than Bubble. 100%. 100%. Fumetsu no Anata-e, To Your Eternity. Valkyria Chronicles for the PS3 had an anime adaptation. Oh. How interesting. I feel like the Chronicles games are quite broad. Final thoughts. Bubble had a high-profile studio animating it, a big producer like Warner Brothers Japan managing it, and the biggest streaming platform in the world showing it. Even so, the story did not give a lot to talk about. Thank you. Focusing on the beautiful movements in animation, the gorgeous art, and great music wasn't enough to make this movie a 10 out of 10. But if you enjoyed Bubble regardless and want to fill your mind with good stories that have elements similar to Bubble, this is the list for you. Enjoy. I hated Bubble. Here are shows to watch. Well, there you go. VDM was like Bubble. Also, Queen's Blade. Queen's Blade was like Bubble. That, like, we should do that instead. It should be like, if you like Bubble, you should watch these 5 shows: Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, Queen's Blade, Ikitosen. What else can we get in there? Okay, let's assemble this list. Let's like if you liked at Bubble movie, then you should also watch Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. What did I just say? What was it? I just said it. How did I forget? I am too young for having old timers. I said Ikitosen. What did I say before Ikitosen though? What's the other you like Bubble, you should watch. I'm looking for action ecchi here, people. Action ecchi. I need 5 of them. Queen's Blade. There we go. Queen's Blade. Bleach. No, Bleach is not ecchi enough. Kill la Kill. No, Kill la Kill's a good show. we can't recommend shows that are great. Okay, if I go browse genre, can I pick ecchi and action? Oh, I can. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Oh, Kill la Kill is like top of the list. Oh, High School of the Dead. There we go. Hashtag High School of the Dead. 1, 2, 3. Let's get a 4th here. No, I like High School DxD. It's actually a good show. And it also just happens to have boobies all over. Gravion. Ooh, there we go. Do I want Gravion or do I do Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero? Yeah. I'm gonna take your Gravion suggestion and turn it into Go Danner. Just because I know there's more. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. A lot of people like that show though. Oh my, High School of the Dead is a fantastic show. Period. It is exactly what a like a classic like zombie movie done in anime form. Like George Romero could not have made a better zombie anime than High School of the Dead. Testament of Sister New Devil. Well, there's something. Okay, what? How is Myriad Colors? There's hardly any ecchi in that. Wanderer, no. Takshi Dungeon. Armed Girls. What else do we got? Gosh, this is like a list of all my favorite anime. Oh my goodness. Except Fate. Oh, 100. Maybe 100. Anti-magic. Oh, and Shikimori. Shikimori will be our 5th one, or maybe we can. Oh, Mach and Key. Done. End of story. Mach and Key. Okay, if you liked Bubble, And I added the Bubble movie, by the way. You should also watch these 5 other anime shows: Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, Queen's Blade, High School of the Dead, Go Danner, Makken Key. There we go. All right, I'm going to tweet that out. If you like jokes, like that tweet. Oh my goodness. I just hope we get one person. I hope one person sees that and is like, "Oh, I did like Bubble. I'll give that a shot. I'll give Mackenzie? What's Mackenzie?" And then they start watching. I just transferred to this school. It's been an all-girls school forever, and now that I've transferred in, I'll finally get all the boobies. Oh, anime, you're the best. Anime, you are the best. But, oh my goodness, that was a fun one. I enjoyed that little romp. Let's have to give that a like. Manipulate the algorithm. Gotta find like some Chinese farm that has like 1,000 alt accounts so I can get all of the Queen's Blade, best anime ever. And they spell it like a little bit wrong and they still give it a like. Imagine this becomes my top like post. Maybe I just pin it, you know? We just call it the top of the pile. By popularity. Let's do by score. By score, if you type ecchi and action, Kizumonogatari, parts 1 or 3, 2, 1, and then Kill la Kill. Then you get into Lupin the Third. Kind of surprising to call it ecchi, but I guess you could. Panty and Stocking, Marin Set Sail. Isn't that a VTuber? 7 Deadly Sins. Ranma 1/2. So you've got some good shows getting solid ratings in this category. Definitely. Tenchi Muyo, Food Wars. Although I get that Food Wars is like an action sports show, but I don't know that it's really top. But we got Love After World Domination is up there, so we know some people are listening. And it's not until you get down into the 50% that you start seeing stuff. Even Trinity 7 getting a 71%. That blows my mind. This show is okay. Oh well. All right. Well, that is it for me for stories for the day. I really got excited by the news of Speed Racer because last time I had heard that Speed Racer was coming out, I had flashbacks to the last live action anime I had seen, which was Guyver, and I got a little terrified. I got a little queasy thinking about live action Guyver being what we were going to get with a live action Speed Racer, that everything was going to be goofy and like the cars were going to have like crappy rubber fins and stuff. Then I heard it was Wachowski's and I was like, they did Matrix. Maybe they can do something. But then I remembered that the second Matrix movie exists. And I was like, oh no, what are they going to do? And then it came out and it was amazing. So I feel like as long as they stick to that classic feel, we'll get a good show out of it. And that really was the main thing I really wanted to chat about today. So glad we got through our reviews, glad we were able to talk about some fun stuff, and I guess keep an eye out. I may move forward with this idea of putting out a manga that'll be my own little dealie. Maybe I'll reach out to Raging Golden Eagle or some of the other Comicsgate guys, see if anybody knows a good mangaka that can help me out with something like that, because that'd be fun. I think that would be fun. We come together, we talk about escapism, and we make escape. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting. That is going to do it for me tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. Always wonderful to chat with you all about the anime we love, and whatever the hell else comes across our plate. So have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will catch you all next time. Kampai. Oh, by the way, next time is not tomorrow. Whoop whoop whoop. Thursday. I've got a dinner meeting on tomorrow. So Friday we will meet back for we're skipping Thirsty Thursday for this week. So we're jumping straight over to Fun Time Friday. And I will put up some tweets. I'll note it in the Discord just so that everybody's aware of that. But I will see you all Friday instead. So, comp pie for both days.